What's up guys, it's Fauve. Today I'm gonna do some album recommendations because a lot of albums have come out in the past 3 months and basically this entire year. So Christmas is here at this point, and I think that it may be cool, or just if you were looking for new albums to check out. So yeah, I just show them. So there's just James Arthur that released a new album, Back to the Edge, which is freaking amazing. I immediately bought it and downloaded it. As I don't have the physical copy of it, so I can show you. But there are so many awesome songs on this album that I really love, and I just, of course, Say You Won't Let Go is pretty cool. But Skeletons is pretty cool as well, and there's another one that I keep on forgetting but I love as well. And he's just, you can just see that he's worked on this album a lot. The lyrics are really beautiful and they're really inspiring as well. He's talking about his struggles, he's talking about his sadness, he's talking about how the fame affected him, how being famous affected him. He's talking about just his love for some stuff. The lyrics are amazing, the songs really aren't too bad, they're pretty cool as well. And yeah, there are a lot of jams, and he also worked on the sound, so there aren't that many songs that sound similar. Like, it's kind of different sounds. Some have more of an acoustic guitar on them, some are more like rock, some with a chord like behind him singing and everything. This is the song I'm telling you about that I love. I'm gonna make you listen to a snippet here right now. Everybody's coming home for summer. So yeah, I just really love that song. It's pretty amazing, and I'm really saying congrats to him for releasing such an amazing album. And you should check it out. I really recommend it to you. You really should check it out, or even buy it on iTunes, because it's really amazing. And if you like him, you probably like this album. Who else? Of course, Green Day with their Revolution Radio. Don't even get me started on it. It's just amazing. I keep on listening to it. It just freaking, it's the best. It's the best. Revolution Radio and American Idiot are my favorite albums. Uno is my favorite album as well. So I would say American Idiot, Uno, Revolution Radio. Because there are some songs that I still haven't listened to, because like with my iPod that doesn't have enough space, there are songs that I haven't listened to because I can put them in my iTunes library. So yeah, I'm staying my entire life here. So yeah, I just really like what they did. It's pretty awesome, and they just done a really amazing job. And then there's Bruno Mars, my love. So yeah, his album 24K Magic is freaking amazing, even though I'm starting to get really freaking annoyed by the song 24K Magic because they keep on playing it. It's so overplayed at this point and it's kind of annoying. I love him so much, but this song is just beyond overplayed. There are so many amazing love songs, R&B songs, and poppy, funky songs. It's really frank album. And people are constantly playing 24K Magic in the freaking air. Like, there's so many songs. I love Finesse. I love Perm. Perm is just so me. Throw some perm on your attitude, because you gotta relax. I just love that song so much. So yeah, Perm, Finesse, Versace on the Floor is pretty amazing, and his vocals, they just orgasm. And That's What I Like is pretty cool as well. I got a condom in my head and do. I still don't know the freaking lyrics to it, but yeah, I just love it. I'm gonna put a snippet right now so that you can listen to this one. That's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you. That's what I like. That's what I like. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. Basically all the songs on this album are amazing, but if I would rate them from 1 to 5, I would say Finesse, Versace on the Floor, That's What I Like. No, Finesse, Perm, That's What I Like, Versace on the Floor, Chunky. Did you hear 24K? No, it would have been on it, but it's not. You know why? Because it's overplayed. So yeah, go check it out. It's a pretty amazing album. If you like Bruno Mars, you should really like this album. If you like just funk music, you really like it. What I love about this man is that if you listen to the very first album or EPs that he released, even before Do Up and Hooligans, the songs are so different. He's kept the same guys to sing with him since the freaking beginning, but it's never the same thing. This album has more of a Boyz II Men vibe, kinda. Boyz II Men mixed with Bruno Mars. So yeah, he kind of did this thing that is pretty awesome, and it's really amazing. I just the results, the final results, and what it's like at the end, it's just pretty amazing, and you're gonna dance. Like, you can play some of these songs for Christmas. It's gonna be amazing. Put it on your playlist. Put Finesse, and that's why I like on your playlist. You're gonna get everyone dancing. Like, I'm not even kidding. So yeah, Yellow Card have released a new album back in November, October. At this point, I don't remember. It's pretty awesome as well. So many good songs. I love Yellow Card, and this is their very last album as a band. And they're doing their very last tour together, and then they're separating, breaking up, and this is breaking my heart just having to say it out loud. I want to go see them so bad on this tour. But yeah, the album is pretty amazing. There are so many amazing songs. They didn't really change their sound from the few songs that I've listened to that I really like. Their sound is pretty similar to the Ocean Avenue album, but it's good. It's really good. The lyrics are nice as well. I don't have much to say about it because it's amazing. I really like it. But I really like it because it's my kind of music, and I really like it because it's Yellow Card. And I like it because they didn't change their sound that much, but you can hear that they worked on it like it's the last album together. So I just yeah, it's a good jam. There are a few good jams on it, and it's pretty cool. So I just check it out as well. I put the link. I think it's self-titled. So yeah, I put the link to the iTunes so that you can go buy it or stream it or whatever. Also, The Weeknd released an album, and what do I have to say? This album, Starboy, is just it's so amazing. It's the best in the entire world. Okay, it's just so good. I'm just so unsurprised, but at the same time, I was unsurprised because of how good it is. But I was surprised because of how good it is. But sometimes I was surprised because I didn't think it would be that good. Like, when he first released Starboy, like the song before the music video, I was like, damn, this is pretty good. And then I listened to the lyrics, I was like, oh, that's really good. Not because the lyrics were actually bad, but because the lyrics, when you listen to the lyrics, he's talking about fame and how it's gone with a girl, and I think what fame has done to him, or whatever, how it's making him feel, and it's just kind of a sad song when you listen to the lyrics. But the song is good in itself. It's just a jam, and the album is as well. From what I've seen, he's collaborated a lot with Daft Punk on this album, which isn't a bad thing because they make pretty good music. And I kind of like it, honestly. It's really good. I really like, of course, Starboy, I Feel It Coming, and Attention, Ordinary Life, and False Alarm are my favorites, honestly, from this album. Starboy, False Alarm, Attention, Ordinary Life. They're my favorites. Just the lyrics as well are really cool. You can hear all his struggles, and he's sharing a lot of his point of view and his feelings in this album, and I think it's a really personal album. When you compare it to Beauty Behind the Madness, it's not exactly the same type of vibe. I'm not even gonna start about House of Violence. But when you compare it with his last album, honestly, this one sounds so much more personal. You can see that he has a different outlook on life, on his fame, on music and the music industry, and so many other stuff. And yeah, you can see that he's grown and that he just has an opinion now, on stuff. And yeah, he just this album is amazing. Just go check it out. I don't have more than that to say. Go check it out. Go stream some songs on iTunes and or on YouTube. You might find some of the songs on YouTube. And yeah, just go. Go listen to Water Parks, my babies. So the Water Parks guys released an album at the beginning of the month, and I can't stop listening to it. I just can't stop. It's so amazing. It's the best thing ever. They made pop punk a new thing. They just brought it back to life, and it's so amazing. Um, Honestly, when you listen to their previous EPs, they are so good already. You can hear how much talent they have. You can see what they're doing. Just when you listen to Double Dare, which is a full-length album, it's so amazing. So many good jams, and there's so sassy in it. Like Austin is just really sassy in Little Violence. Like you can hear all the shade he's throwing. He's throwing it so hard it can break your freaking neck. Just the shade, like. And the riff at the end of Made in America is the best thing ever. I just love it. This album is the best thing ever. And what makes me that much happier is the fact that there are so many bands that I love that are gonna release albums next month, one after the other, and it's just so amazing. The As It Is, who are really finally reaching okay. There's Yumi at Sex are raising the album, Night People. I just can't freaking wait. It's so good. I just can't wait. Sleeping with Sirens are gonna release some singles as well, apparently, because they're currently writing new songs. So I just can't wait for all that. And if you didn't know Water Parks before I talked to you about it or listen more this video, go check them out. They're really awesome. They're really nice guys as well, but you can't know that through their albums. But just check out the previous EP. My favorite EPs are Black Light and Cluster. Cluster is the one they released last year in 2015. And Double Dare, they released it at the beginning of the month, and it's pretty amazing. So go check it out. I'll tell you what my favorite song is. My favorite songs are, sorry. So there's Little Violence, Dizzy, Made in America, Stupid for You, and Take Her to the Moon. So I really love all the songs on this album, which is and right now I would say at the second place with the other 21 Questions. I really like it. It's a pretty good acoustic song, and it's not fully acoustic. Like at the end, they're starting to go with the electric guitars and everything, but pretty much the 90% of the song is in acoustic, and it's really good. The lyrics are nice as well. They're really cute, and yeah, just check them out. Go listen to new music. They released the album back in August, I think. It's Must Blood with the album Blush. So it's not that new, like it's a few months old, but it's really good. If you didn't know Must Blood, they're really amazing. They're a British band, and I really like it's pop punk again. And I really like this album. I keep on streaming it. Even though my favorite is I Keep You in Mind. My favorite album is I Keep You in Mind from time to time, but I really like Blush. There are a few good singles on it. There are a few good jams. The lyrics are nice again. The reason why I'm always talking about how the lyrics are and everything is because an album and a song isn't just how the song sounds. It's not just the voice of the guy or the girl. It's not just, I don't know, how the music is, how many riffs there are, how electronic it is or whatever. No. A song is made of lyrics. Lyrics are some of the hardest part in writing a song and producing it. And I know what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about the lyrics because this is what the music is what makes people listen. The lyrics is what makes people stay. See what I mean? So this is what makes people loyal to an artist or to a band. And always listen to the lyrics because you can sometimes like a song and then you're gonna check out the lyrics and to learn them or whatever, and you see what they're talking, what they're saying, what they're talking about, what they're saying in the song, and you'd be like, oh. Like the song can be all poppy and all, super good and super upbeat and everything, and then you look at the lyrics and they're talking about dying, and they're talking about puppies being killed in, I don't know, and climate change and global warming and everything, and rape and whatever, and you'd be like, oh, okay. So that's why you were saying by this and this and this and this. Of course I'm exaggerating, but for real. So the lyrics are important, and that's why I'm gonna keep going now. So the lyrics in the album Blush by Mosbud are pretty good. I really like it. This album is kind of more chill than the previous albums. Like, they're pop punk band, but they kind of the more chill kind of pop punk. Like, if you compare Water Parks, All Time Low, and Mosblood, you will hear a clear difference. If you compare The Story So Far to Mosblood, you're gonna hear a clear difference. Not only because it's not. So my battery died, so the video stopped. So I'm gonna just catch up from where I was. Albums have come out, and lyrics are really important. I think that the what makes music, as I said previously, you come for the music and you stay for the lyrics. At least that's my point of view. I think that's pretty much how a lot of people work. Whether you're a musician or not, whether you just really enjoy listening to music or not. I think that what makes people stay and listen to full albums, and who makes people fans for real, is the lyrics. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Let's talk about another album that came out recently that is really amazing. It's Joanne by Lady Gaga. So I've downloaded the album right when it came out. I didn't pre-order it, so I just downloaded it when it came out. And my, this album is just amazing. She did a great job. It had been a while. I didn't realize it had been that long since she released something, until like I heard about it. Like, it had been like 5 years or something like that since she last released something. So that's pretty crazy. I didn't think it had been that long. But honestly, her album is pretty amazing. There are lots of good jams. Honestly, I'm not a big Lady Gaga fan. I just enjoy listening to some of her music, you know. I just really admire her and look up to her, and I'm proud of her as an artist. She's a really amazing artist. As a person, I think she is a nice person. I don't know her personally. But I know that as an artist, she's really amazing, and she's really, really talented, and she deserves all the things that are happening to her lately, music-wise, and she deserves all the awards, and she just deserves it all, because she's a really hard-working artist with real talent, and I just like what she does. So on her latest album, honestly, as I was saying, when she released Perfect Illusion, I had mixed feelings about the song. I thought the voice was okay, but the end I was like, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing here, girl? And then I listened to the song several times, and it was everywhere, and I just listened to it several times again. And I don't know, I just didn't. It's not that I didn't like the song, it's just that I knew that if I listened to it once in a day, I wouldn't listen to it more than that, no more than once every day, because I knew I could do without it. And so I had mixed feelings about the song. I was like, oh my god, if all the songs are like Perfect Illusion on the album, I don't know if I'm gonna be happy or not. And then the album came out, and I listened to the other songs, and she released AO as a single again after Perfect Illusion, and I just listened to everything. I was like, my god, you did it again, girl. You freaking fool. Sorry, you made us think that Perfect Illusion was just what the album was gonna be like, and it was not. It was not. So I was really pleasantly surprised, as usual, by the girl, and I just listened to everything, and so Perfect Illusion wouldn't be my top 5, just because I just don't enjoy the song that much, honestly. But AO is pretty good. Me and Rizzo, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong? I can't do English today. Me and Reasons, Angel Down, and where I'm going, okay, because I made a playlist with it. John Wayne and Sinner's Prayer are my favorites. Honestly, they're my favorites. I think they're really beautiful songs, and I don't know, and ever since she talked about her suffering from PTSD and all the stuff, I just like her that much more, because I think it's important, and I think she's a really amazing person. And as I said previously, I don't know her personally, but I really think she's an amazing person, and she's a really talented artist. And I just like that she's so open about everything ever since she started her career. She just doesn't give a fuck, and she's just really open. And now I'm just fanboying. So I just say, go buy John on iTunes. It's a really amazing album, and you really should give it a try. I give this album 4.5 stars out of 5, just because of Perfectation and some of the songs that I don't particularly enjoy that much. Doesn't mean I hate them, just doesn't mean that I could do without them. So yeah, the second on the album. The band Beach Weather as well released an EP. It's their second EP so far, and it's really amazing. You really should check it out. It's called Chit Chat. I really enjoy it. I was really waiting for this freaking EP ever since Nick said they were working on something and they were going to release something new. The last EP was oh fuck, I freaking forgot the name. I forgot the name of the last EP. It's freaking stupid. But yeah, this EP Chit Chat is really amazing. All the songs are pretty amazing, and I just really enjoy the style overall. It's pretty amazing. I keep on saying that, but it just freaking awesome. Okay. I really love it, and all songs are pretty catchy, and at the same time the lyrics kind of speak to me, and at the same time they're still so flirty, and at the same time they're still kind of being sassy, and I just like it. I just like the style that they do. I don't know if you would consider it rock. I would consider it alternative rock at least. But it's kind of old. I don't know. The type of song kind of makes me think of old rock songs. This kind of thing. Like I probably wouldn't put it in the same category as bands like A Day to Remember or Sleeping with Sirens for sure, or even Green Day. But if you listen to it, it's still rock. But I think alternative rock is what I would say it is. I just really love it. My favorite songs are Home Movies, Goddess. There are only 5 songs I think on it, or 6. Goddess, Home Movies, and Someone's Disaster are my favorites. And then the other songs that are on this album are Chit Chat, and I think that's it. And Sex, Drug, etc. So if I would do my top 5 of the songs, which is pretty stupid because there are literally only 5 songs on the EP, I would say Someone's Disaster, Goddess, Home Movies, Sex, Drugs, etc. and Chit Chat. The only reason I'm putting Chit Chat on the last place is because I just listened to this song way too much, and it's the first song they released, and I'm just over it. I'm just freaking over it. Like I still enjoy listening to it when it just plays on the shuffle on my iPod or on my phone or everything. But I just and right now, as I'm saying that, I just have the song that is starting to get stuck in my head, so that's not really helping at all. But yeah, I just recommend the songs. I recommend this EP to you guys if you didn't know about them. I saw them live back in February when they toured with Sleeping with Sirens, Mallory Knox, and This White Life. So they're freaking amazing. They're the sweetest guys ever, and I think they're gonna go really far. And they work a lot on their music. And if you didn't know about them, well, here you go. And you should really go check them out and check out their previous EP as well. It's pretty amazing. You can find all of this on iTunes. And I don't know if you can find this on streaming services like Spotify, but you should check it out as well. It's Beach Weather. So yeah, just so many artists are releasing so many stuff, and there are more stuff coming in 2017 at the beginning of it, which is even better. And at least if the year is gonna be shitty as fuck, at least we're gonna have good music, so you know that can help us get through it. Like I don't know. We're gonna survive with the music, you know. Music is everything, so yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna save us from the Third World War, you know, World War III. So yeah. Anyway, the other band that released a really good album is Blink. They released it in July, I think. Yeah, July. And my, what do I have to say about this? Basically, it was released 6 months ago, and 6 months later I'm still constantly playing those songs. As you may have seen on my channel, I've also covered a few of the songs from this album, like No Future, The Only Thing That Matters, Bored to Death. I haven't yet covered San Diego, but it's coming up, guys. And just there are so many good songs, and what I love, and as some people have said was kind of a bad thing or was a thing that they didn't like about the album, was that it sounded a lot like Enema of the State. And honestly, yes, I have to agree, it does. A lot of the songs do kind of sounding like Enema of the State. There are also a lot of songs on the album that sound the same, music-wise, not lyrics-wise or tone-wise, but just music-wise. If you listen to Bored to Death, the intro to Bored to Death, and if you listen to the intro to San Diego, it's pretty much the same thing except a step higher and a step lower. Honestly, just check it out. Just put them side to side and you see. Okay, now you know what? I'm gonna do it for you. Here is Bored to Death. Okay, you heard that? Now here is San Diego, the intro. See? I told you. Actually, it sounds the same, just a step higher and a step lower. And there are a lot of other stuff like that. If you listen to She's Out of Her Mind, there's a similar stuff like this as well. But honestly, even if that's one of the first things I noticed, honestly, I don't really give a fuck. I don't really care. Honestly, the songs are pretty good. I like that they wrote so many songs about California, and since it's California and everything about California, San Diego, Los Angeles, and the song is basically called California, and the album itself is basically called California. Because you can see that they love the city they live in, they're from, and it's just they went back to their roots, and yeah, it's just like yesterday I saw a meme on Twitter, and it was a pic of Tom from Blink, but he left Blink. And it was the only Blink album that Tom isn't on is the album that gets nominated for a Grammy, and you see a pic of Tom in front of all the Blink albums and everything behind, and it just cracked me up. Because on one hand it's true, and on the other hand I'm like, that's so freaking savage, but at the same time it's so true. So like, I don't know whether to laugh or cry or feel bad or at the same time agree, or it's freaking amazing. I just retweeted and you see it on my Twitter feed at FauveIsNotFunny. Go follow me on there. So it's just hilarious. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. Yes, Tom isn't on the album, but honestly, even if there are a lot of Enema of the State vibes on it, honestly, I don't really care. It's a really good album. They really worked hard on it, and there are a lot of good songs. If you haven't checked it out or listened to it or anything except for Bored to Death, you really should check it out. It's really worth the time and worth checking out. My favorite songs on this, it kind of changed since it came out, but honestly I would say Teenage Starlights, She's Out of Her Mind, San Diego, Left Alone. I'm so into Left Alone right now, and Sober, and Los Angeles. Los Angeles is pretty good. Honestly, I just like how they do it, and the bridge is pretty amazing as well. So yeah, I just really like it. I don't really listen to it as often as I used to, but I still really enjoy it when it just plays on my shuffle. So yeah, you really should check it out, and this album is really worth everything. I know I keep on saying it, but because really, it's a really cool album, and I'm really so happy that finally some bands that have been in the business for so many years, for like 20 years now or something like that, or finally being recognized and by other award shows than the AP Awards. I love the AP Awards, but I just like when I see big bands being recognized by big award shows that, you know, everyone knows about, and not only people that are interested by the industry or like bands that are in this industry. I just like, because honestly, when you hear that the only bands, pop punk bands that have been at least nominated also for a Grammy are Slipknot, and Slipknot of course isn't pop punk, but you see what I mean. Slipknot, Green Day, and Sum 41. Honestly, it's cool, but sometimes it's upsetting because it goes back so many years. You have artists like Beyonce who are literally nominated every single freaking year, and then you have bands like Blink that have been here for so long for pretty much as long as her, and who literally get no credit or little to no credit in this kind of award shows like the Grammys. And I think that's something that really should change. And like the Grammys on the pop Grammys, it isn't called the pop Grammys, it isn't called the Beyonce Grammys, it isn't called the Ariana Grande Grammys, it isn't called the Bruno Mars Grammys. I love all these people, but honestly it's just annoying, okay? It isn't called the insert name here Grammys, it's called the freaking Grammy Awards. It's called the freaking Grammy Award. So it's for everybody. There's a category for every single or almost type of music. There's a category for album of the year, there's a category for artist of the year, there's a category for pop album of the year, foreign album of the year or some shit like that. There's a category for everything. So I really don't see why rock bands are so underrepresented, except if they are super mainstream. And even when you think about it, Green Day is super mainstream, but so is Blink. Like who is like in their 20s or 30s now hasn't listened at least once to What's My Age Again or to I Miss You by Blink. Honestly, it was all the emo kids song back then. And it's so annoying when you see that bands like this who everyone knows at least one song of isn't being recognized in big award shows. And I think that's almost scandalous. Because you get artists that get nominated like 15 times every freaking year. They don't even show up to the award shows because they know they're gonna win and everything. And then you have bands like Blink who just want a freaking nomination, not even winning, just even a nomination, and they don't get it. It just really pisses me off because it makes me feel really bad for them, and it makes me angry as a fan that just this type of this genre of music is so underrepresented, not in the mainstream media, not in the media in general, because obviously there are a lot of rock bands out there, but just in award shows. And I think that's something that should change. And if you agree, just tell me in the comments as well, or just leave a like or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So yeah guys, I think that's all I have for you today. I'm gonna do another haul of this later. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to show some love and to be notified when I post a new video. Also, please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of this kind of recommendations. I'm going to do new book haul videos after Christmas because I'm going to get new books, or I should. And I have tons of stuff to recommend to you, and I'd rather have the physical copies in my hand instead of just telling you about the books. So you just see all that. And yeah guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to stay crazy and stay weird, and I'll see you later. Bye. I made my choice and found my voice. Will you still